Hey, 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 Wheatfield, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. This is your girl Lottie coming in with another channeled message. Um, it's still 4:30, 2023 when I'm shooting this, but whenever you get it, it's still good for now. What's time? It's real fluid. You know what I mean? It's always still now. So do we want to put this away? Okay. We had an opportunity to catch a live by another content creator that we watch, and they made a mention of a statement that just hit us in the kingdom like whoop, felt it, boom, right? And I was like, ooh, I feel some inspiration on that. So we wrote it down and just kind of let it sit for a minute and see what spirit was gonna do with it. Like, is it a message in that spirit said, yeah, it's something to speak on. So we said, okay, all right, all right, all right. And this deck, that the Holy Grail that we've been kind of messing around with, as we were listening to the broadcast, right? And it's funny that certain cards were coming out. And when I heard that statement, it was like, whoa, energy just shot like boom right through me. I was like, ooh, hit me in the kingdom. So it was like, okay, what are we going to do with this? Are we going to bring a message? We just let it sit. Spirit said, yes, let's bring a message. It's a message in it. So we're going to bring a message on this statement we heard, because we definitely felt that the spirit was speaking to us, to deliver on to us something that we need to serve out, right? And with that, we just gonna go ahead and get it out, jump on into it. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, welcome back to the wheat field, y'all. Welcome back to the wheat field. Welcome, y'all's wheat. What it do? How you doing? Welcome back to the wheat field. If you new, welcome to you too. Hi, come on in, come on in. Don't leave, don't leave. I know it's kooky. It's starting off a little choppy, a little slow. Like that old school Crisco, you know, that white large stuff that you have to get out the can and put it in the pan, and then the Most High will come in and put some heat on it. We get to cooking, we get to moving. It turns out to be something. This braid is getting on my nerve. It's irritating. But we get to cooking. We do. And it comes together. And it end up being something good. Something good and something edifying onto the soul. Because we honestly ain't going to feed you nothing that we wouldn't eat. We wouldn't. Mm-mm. But it could be, come together a little bit, sloppy, a little bit chunky. Just until we figure out what it is that we making. Because again, this right here is just fresh, hot off this, inspiration is just kicking. And however, the Father's going to work it out. It's how the Father work it out. I say, okay, because that was getting on my nerves right then. All right, all right, all right, all right. Get some stimulation to the brain cells, son. I felt like Joe Clark for a second. Do something to your brain cells. Yes, that's that Joe Clark. Spirit said, write that down, Joe Clark. All right, all right, all right. So the statement that we heard, we gotta do the disclaimers before we jump into all that. Hang on in there with your girl. Don't click off. Don't leave. Don't leave. I know it's a little kooky. Just stay. Just hold on for a second. It's gonna come together. I promise you. I promise you. My name is La T. I'm a channel messenger, and I message with the big three. The Most High God is infinite intelligence, aka wisdom, the principal thing, and the breath of life that connects and binds all things. Thank you for that big old breath of refreshing air to calm me down. Because I'm telling you, your girl Juices is like, I feel it. It just hit me. That statement hit me in the kingdom so hard. I was just like, wow, that was so profound. And I'm going to get to it in just a second. I am. We're going to pull some personal cards. Again, we got a few out here from this Holy Grail deck. This is because this is where testimony meets tarot. Ashe, we are not religious. We are spiritual. So you might hear some things make you might want to move around, but I implore you to stay. It's all conversational, but love it for sympathy, empathy, understanding, so we can greet each other with compassion. You know what I mean? Just gain a little bit of knowledge. You share with me, I share with thee. That's how it goes. It's unity. It's a cycle, right? And then we can get on into some wisdom. You know what I mean? And just be wise in our ways, being diligent. And, I say get into some peace and some harmony, some unity, and that's what it's all about. But the good thing about the message was the journey is about you. It really is. It is specific to you, and I'm feeling like that energy of like, ooh, coach, I'm ready to go. How many of y'all seen Frozen? I know it's a lot of my audience is female. I see the numbers. I see the percentage. I got a good quarter of y'all that's male. But if y'all got children and you've been seeing Frozen, it's a part in that movie. Well, Anna, she was on her way to go find Elsa, right? And you talking about her and what's his name, Kristoff or whatever, and Kristoff like, we gonna have to jump off of this here cliff. It's about a 250 drop. You know what I mean? We got to anchor the rope, all this stuff. And Anna sitting over there, she ain't caring about no rope, no none of that. He thinking like she gonna be nervous. She over there talking to herself in the spirit like, ooh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. I know, Father. I'm talking about Anna was ready to go. She was like, I'm ready. I'm with it. She's standing on there. She like, this cliff, what? Let's get it. Forget the rope. Forget all that. I'm ready to go. I'm like talking about full steam ahead, that bold action about ready to bust out the gate. Man, meanwhile, Kristoff over here, he tried to make a little trench so he could put the rope down in there in the snow, anchor you down, like have a safety net, you know what I mean, before we like tie ourselves up and then kind of ease on down. I'm like, look, man, forget all that. Like, let's just go. Look, I feel like somebody is standing on the edge of the cliff. Now, this could go one or two ways. Either you trying to, well, three, really, because that's what hit us in the kingdom is that third option we need to talk about. Because you could be Kristoff over there trying to put down all the preparations. Like, we need to anchor ourselves and we need to, make sure that the buckles are tight and the safety harness and we got a parachute and just in case things happen and like that. You could be like, Anna, like, look, we about to take some action. You said we got to do what? Bold action. Boom, I'm gone. Like, you got to hold me back, spirit. Pull me back. Or you could be like, I'm not jumping off that shit. We want to find another way, that cowardly lion. I turn back if I were you. Okay. And I feel people in the collective on all three phases. But what hit me in the kingdom was that number 3. That I think I'll just turn back now. Like you ran across a sign or something that told you that you need to have caution. Go back. This ain't for you. This ain't for me. You was racing off towards something and it was like, oh, this is not for you. It's not for you because it's going to be some burden. It's going to be some trials and tribulations, like pushing that boulder up a hill kind of thing. But then your spirit came and said, if you would just have some faith, we will protect you. We will fortify you. We will give you everything that you need. If you put it out, take that step, we will give thee everything that you need to go forward. We'll give it on to you. Balance. Being in the flow of giving and receiving. You feel that? You see that bottom one, giving and receiving? Like what you need will come down from the heavens to fortify thee so that you are able to be successful in whatever it is that you're going to do. I mean, because even in the example of Frozen, I mean, that snow monster came up against them and they was like, to what? And they had to go ahead and just jump. And you talking about they had the ropes tied, but then when they jumped, the snow monster grabbed them and pulled them up and they had to cut the rope anyway. So they ended up going down. But they had a soft landing. They was good. You know what I mean? All that fresh snow was like a pillow. They wasn't hurt. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that. But what I feel for us, beloved, is the statement. And this is what I heard in the broadcast. It said, if I go, I may fall. And they said, but if you don't, you'll never know. And when they said, if you go, I may fall, but my spirit hit me and said, boom. But if you don't, you'll never fly. You'll never fly, right? You'll never spread your wings. You can't fly if you are unwilling to take the leap. And that was the name of their broadcast, Taking the Leap of Faith, right? And it was almost like, what's that video game, bruh? Is it Assassins? Creed Assassins, right? And I think it's a movie and then it's a video game, or they might have made the movie from the video game. I think they made the movie from the video game, whatever the case may be. But in Creed Assassins, there's a move called the Leap of Faith, where he's like up super, super high and just dives off that boy. No parachute, no nothing, right? And you talking about how he come down, it's like to what? And then he can go off and do his little assassin thing, right? Win the mission, whatever. But the thing about taking a leap of faith is profound, and you can get stuck, I think, in at least one of those three areas. You get to the place where you got to take that leap of faith and you be like, I think I'll turn back now. Shit, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back and chill over here. What we got is good and I'm good where I'm at. Bye. Or you can be like that Christoph. I got to set up the harness. I gotta buckle some shit up. I gotta build the trench so that we can anchor the rope, and we gonna lower ourselves down and we're gonna be diligent. Or you could be on that honest shit like, ooh, yes, I'm talking about bust out this thing like bold action. Just like boom, I'm going. You said say what? We doing who? We about to jump? Bam, I'm ready to go. And she was over there to the side. I'm talking about talking herself up like, oh yes, we finna get it. Ooh, I'm ready. Yes. Right? Like it was never a doubt anywhere in Anna. She like, I could do it. I'm going after it. The spirit said what? Let's go. And was bold in that thing, like ready to bust out like these horses. Like I'm going full steam ahead. It ain't no holding these back. Wild horses, right? It was like, she like, look, who gonna stop a herd of wild horses? Nobody. What? You be trying to tame that horse, huh? Break a mare? What? A what? No, these stallions try to break one and see what happened. They'll break you before you break it. Come on now. You talking about some focus, some determination, running off into victory and success. You got to know it to be able to take that bold action. Because sometimes you could be in that Christoph too long. You trying to set everything up, all the anchors, all the harnesses, and make sure that it's like tucked and, you know, check and double check and recheck and extra checks. Like before you know it, you be like, shit, the moment done passed, Christoph, the monster is here. We got to go. Look, sometimes when the Father say move, you got to move. You got to be ready to go. You don't want to miss your opportunity. You better lose yourself in the moment. You own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better, boom, bust up out that thing and be ready to go. Move. But also, like, is it really just once in a lifetime? I don't think so. I think that, you know, some things are like that. You know what I mean? Like, look, you now in the moment and you gotta own it, and this is your opportunity. You got to go. You in the right place at the right time, and it is prime, like divine time. It says now, and to take that bold action. Yes, be on that honor. Don't doubt yourself. Like, to what? I don't care what I'm looking at. It could look like it's a 250, 300-foot drop with a snow abominable snowman monster coming after us. We ready to go? I'm busting out like I'm busting. Do it. Don't take too long. Because before you know it, that thing be right up on you on your back, trying to pull you back, pull you right back up, and then you got to cut the cord on some shit. And we've been talking about cutting the cord. I know. Your girl get all kind of messages from everything. Just roll with it. I hope you vibe. And if you vibe, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little like button too. And if you want to come back on a daily and get this bill, hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? We just had to throw that in there one time for the one time. What up, y'all? Sweet. How y'all doing? I pray that you enjoying the message. I'm enjoying giving it to you. This is my joy. It is. I'm telling you, when that thing hit me in the kingdom, it was like, to what? Message time. We got to put it out. We got to do it one more time for the wheat field today. Ashe. All right. Father say, if you give, you will get. If you ask, you shall receive all that you need to bring your dreams into reality. When the Father give you that timing and say it's time to go, that this is your opportunity, don't waste it. Don't turn around and run back. You got to, some things you got to take a calculated risk. Not saying just be frivolous, you know what I mean, and mindless, but it is a thing to just bust up out this bitch. I'm just saying. Come on with it one time for the one time. Anything else we can get? Father say let's jump into a little bit of coin and see what's happening. Get this down in here just a little bit, but one time so I can see the table. What little space we got on it anyway. Father, please refresh these cards for this reading. Thank you so much for bringing a message. You want this one? This? Either one of them? No. All right, we're going to put them back. Thank you, Father, for bringing a message. Something for your wheat field. We had the inspiration to bring a message, and we are being obedient to what you have said. Yes, what you have ordained for us to do. Please, Father, step in the forefront and lead the message. Come in. I call you forward to guide me, Father. Allow everything that you would have for your wheat to be spoken. Give me the provision that I need in order to be strong, to fortify me, to perfect me in the spirit, Father. Perfect me in the spirit, Father, so that I may speak what it is that you would have me to speak, deliver what you would have me to deliver, and I pray that you magnetize the wheat that it needs to reach, Father, and that they receive it. And if you do receive it, I pray that you serve that up to the Father too, for the Father is waiting to receive your offering, right? And it will give back onto you your blessing, giving and receiving, right? I look to be edified in the spirit. These messages edify me. They do. They nourish me. And I grow and I learn as well. And I seek to be full of that learning, to be edified, to be perfected in the spirit, for my spirit to be perfected by the Father, our communication, right? Our bond. And I seek to be so full that I send that up. Anything that I get, I send it up anyway. You know, whether it's fear, whether it's doubt, whether it's anxiety, you know, whether it is anything that's self-conscious or associated with self-worth. You know, am I good enough? Am I ready? Am I ready? Are you ready? Send all those emotions up to the Father. The Father is willing to take everything, all things. The Father made all things anyway. And that was one thing that I wanted to say too. Because I hear this a lot and it just always rustles my spirit when I hear it. People say, fear is not of the Father. And I say, well, how can that be, beloved? Because if the Father made all things, good and evil, all things that the Father makes. So if fear exists, then how could it not be of the Father? Like fear isn't a protecting emotion. Fear protects you. You're supposed to be afraid of a hot stove. It'll burn you. You're supposed to be afraid to jump out of an airplane, like without no parachute. Yeah, because you ain't got like physical wings. I mean, fear is an emotion that's designed for a purpose. Not only does fear protect you, but fear also gives you a clue and insight into you. Where do you need to increase your faith? Anger is an emotion. It is of the Most High God. Yes, it is. It's something that bothers you. It's something that tells you that, you know what, I don't like this. Maybe it's pressing up against a boundary. And maybe it's telling you that you need to move away from a person. Maybe this is something that my service is in because it triggers me. It's something in my heart that I need to work out. Something in my heart space I need to get out. It bothers me when I hear people, oh, this is not of the Most High and that don't come from the Most High. Well, where did it come from? If all things come from the Father, like it's like that double talk, like that it don't make sense. Come on. I mean, look, again, your girl over here is different. I could say some shit to piss you off and make you move around. Because people don't like to bring the pieces of creation together. Creation is whole and creation is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. And when we acknowledge that, or when we can accept that, we can see that all things work towards the good for those who love the Father. Called according to its will, its purpose, its design. And all things work for the Father. All things. All things work for you, for your good, for your highest good. If you wasn't afraid to walk off into the middle of traffic, you would get hit by a car. Just saying. It's something to that. And it's good for you to have fear. It is. It is of the Father for you to be afraid of certain things. You should be afraid to go up there and pet that wild ass lion. You should be scared of that shit. You should be afraid to go and I mean, like, come on now, really? Like, fear ain't good. It is. It has purpose. It definitely tells you where to put your faith at. You're supposed to discern it. What am I afraid of? Why am I feeling fearful? Question self. Question yourself and seek diligently for your highest good so you can pull that out. If you feel fear, if you feel anger, if you feel anxiety, all of those things are from the Most High God. Why are you anxious, beloved? What's in you that's causing you anxiety? What's coming against you that's making you anxious? What needs to fall away from you? What's keeping you down? What's holding you down? Yes, it's that opposite end of the spectrum, the other side of the coin, the same way that we need tears so that we can edify ourselves and become good, strong wheat. Do it for them one time, Father. Let them know what it is. Everything comes from the Most High God. That's what I'm saying. You want this? Do you want this? Okay, I was about to put it back. Crafter. The Father crafts all things. You talking about create whatever. That's a challenge, though. Folks don't be able to see that. They don't want to say what's from the Father and what's not. What else designs creation? I didn't know that the fallen angels had the ability to create all things. People say they are the author of confusion. No, they not. The Father made all things, made them to do what? Be in a purpose, which is to what? Cause confusion. They didn't create it. But they can manipulate. They can cause you, put pressure, but they don't create nothing. Again, you stay around here and I say some shit that's different. But I mean, if we believe on a word, every word, then it means that there's a purpose for chaos. There is a purpose for chaos. Do we not have volcanoes? Do we not have hurricanes? Do we not have tornadoes that come up and rip up every damn thing? What does it do? It's the storms that create a whole new space for foundations, something to be rebuilt. So things of the past can fall away and make space for the new day. The Father does all things. Just because we don't see the purpose in it or the reason for it or understand it doesn't mean that it didn't come from the Most High. I mean, like, we really understand everything that comes from the Most High? No, we don't. Not at all. This whole life is a journey for learning. And it's all about you, your learning, your journey. So if you get to the edge of your cliff, are you going to be in a position to be like, oh, I'm afraid to fly? I'm afraid to jump? If you are afraid, why? What are the things that's making you fearful? Oh, I'm not going to make it. I don't have what it takes. I don't have enough provision. I'm not prepared enough. I'm not worthy. I don't see myself flying that high. I don't even have wings. Do you believe? Where is your belief? Where is your faith? Fear comes to reveal to you your faith. Not only do you have to have this sense, but you got to be able to pull back that Akashic records, that infinite intelligence, and have it come to the forefront. Boop! Right there in that intuition. Show you the way. Because we don't see with these things. They'll lead you astray. But can you see with this right here? That intuition. There's something wonderful just waiting to be expressed through you. This says with your hands, but I just say through you in general. Think of ways to generate more money by doing something that nobody else has done before, or try something new. To try something new, you're going to have to take a leap of faith and do something that you ain't never done before. Something new to you, right? Or maybe it's new to the world and it's inspiring to you, and you afraid and wondering if somebody else going to accept it. Accept you. That you have something good to offer that people would want. Ooh, I want to be a speaker, but I don't know if anybody would want to hear what I got to say. I want to start my channel, but I'm afraid, Ashe. There's a lot of us that sit in that space and take a long time. But guess what? When you finally get up and you believe to do it, and you take the faith, the leap of faith, then guess what? Your audience is there for you. Your audience is right there. You want this one? Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Look at that. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Uncertainty and certainty and uncertainty. That's what the infinite intelligence does. Dig, you want this one right here? Recognition. Recognition is here. You think that and settling, because somebody is settling. Yeah, somebody is settling. Not wanting to take the leap. They on that, oh, I would turn back now if I were you. Yeah, I'm going to just sit over here and deal with what I got. Yep. But that's okay. Because eventually your spirit will get triggered. Ashe, if it's something that you are being designed to do, if you are ordained to do that thing, it's going to keep bugging you, egging you, picking you. Like, ow, ow, ow. Like somebody just keep, just doing this, and doing this. Or they like that little pin, something that just keeps sticking you. Have you ever messed around and not get the tag out your shirt all the way good? And you got that little thing that's just poking you. And no matter how you move in it, it just bothers the dog shit out you. And you got to get in there and get it out. It makes you move. Forces you into some sort of action. Right? And the more action you take, the more comfortable you become in it. Everything is going to be a little scary when it's unknown, when it's new, and you ain't never did it, and you got a little bit of anxiety about serving out you, especially when you are the product. How are they going to receive me? Who's going to receive me? Right? That's that fear. But if you take the leap of faith, if the Father put it in you, the Father gonna magnetize those that are for you to you. Trigger. It's gonna be some folks to fall away from you. Ooh, wheat. When I say, when you start looking different, go on Miss Tenera Double Chocolate Productions. I get that from her. Differently different. When you start showing up differently different, the ones that want you to look the same, they may not remain. They might fall away. And it might make you afraid to lose all of your connections. Oh, I'm going to be alone. Don't nobody like it. They don't like it. They not digging it. But guess what? They ain't supposed to. Because the messenger wasn't the messenger in his hometown. Not around his brethren. I mean, most of the disciples was his brethren's cousins and, saying whatever. But, I mean, they was like, okay, I'm willing to rock with you. You look different. You've been gone for a while. I mean, I know Auntie Mary and them, they sent you off when you was like 12. And then you've been gone for a minute and now you done came back. Oh, okay. We see what you doing. We can roll with that. We can rock with you. We gon', we gon' And then they rocked it out, found his crew. But at the end of the day, he did not do what he was doing where he was raised. No, beloved. What they say? Ain't that Mary's boy? We don't even. Nuh-uh. There when he was a baby, 12, 13 years old, something like that of the sort. Ain't that Mary's boy? What is Mary's boy doing over here? Will somebody look at this? But when he showed back up, they was like, to what? Oh, wow. And then could not even phantom. Well, I mean, because look, that story right there, we going to get into it. We ain't going to get into it. We going to let it go. Father say this one right here. Last one. Legal. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. You could receive money from some other kind of legal matter, or this is a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. Father say this is a good time to handle any legal matters regarding money. So you could be a person that's either in a settlement. No, you could be settling for the past life. Yes, I feel. Settling for the past life. Wanting to be like, oh, I'm good over here. I got this inspiration. You know what I mean? But I'm really not going to move on it because, I got a sentiment of fear. We call back our words. We call back our words. We call it back, 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 call it back. Anything that would bring an error onto our life, we call it back. All right? I pray y'all still here. Don't click off. Don't leave me. I know I done talked about some stuff that might be a little bit different, but it is what it is. If you leave, I love you. I say. If you stay, I pray you vibe and subscribe too as well. But I do feel like somebody is definitely settling in their current career, and you're being called to something. And I feel like whatever it is that you're being called for, you're gonna have to set up some legal paperwork. Like I hear, what is that? SS Corporation LLC's CEO. Boss energy, I feel off of this right here. Definitely with some recognition, right? You could earn a leadership position or get the recognition you deserve. I feel like once you do what you want to do and you get everything set up, you will get the recognition that you deserve. You will. And I believe deserving is going to be based on the diligence and the commitment and the work that you put into it. Deserving based on your serving, I feel. How you serve. Like you're going to eat what you serve. I'm serious. So if you serving in abundance, then your harvest going to be like, to what? I'm talking about abundance. Like you're going to be good. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown, beloved. Embrace it. Things are coming together and you have the ability to, I believe, to generate, to create, to make whatever you want. Think of new ways to generate money that no one has done before. I feel alchemy, like you are really brewing up something new, like something new is creating and it's going to take off. But I feel the storm, like I feel like that the hurricane, the winds of the hurricane, I feel. Like maybe you are just feeling the hurricane, the storm, anxiety, emotions of uncertainty, I feel. Like you're caught up in the storm, the tornado of uncertainty. We got two other cards. Father say that's the truth. You need some mental clarity. Right. Father say that's the Ace of Swords, truth. Mental clarity, divine truth, victory, wisdom. Wisdom. Look at that. Wisdom of the unknown, embrace it. And we got victory, wisdom, right? We got divine truth. We got clarity, mental clarity, divine truth. We had a couple of these other ones over here. You're going to be independent. Maybe there's something going on. Like I said, I felt SS Corporation, LLCs, stuff like that. Consider investing, maybe committing yourself to your own business. Your financial freedom will come from being able to stand alone. You can do it. You can do it. Comfort is here. Though you are not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. Didn't I say you gonna eat? Beloved, you gonna eat. Okay, you're entering the most comfortable position or period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Comfort can be had. It's a challenge because maybe you don't believe it. Mechanic is here. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Maybe you've tried this thing a little bit before and it didn't really pop the way that you thought it should go. But Father say you still have opportunity. Don't lose yourself. You better own it, okay? Consider, nope, we don't need none of that. That one, the next one, nope. Father say, mend what needs to be mending. It might be broken, but it's not lost. It's not lost. So if this again is your second or third iteration around this business frame, like you trying to pop that thing off and you got to start over, revise your strategy, revamp your strategy kind of thing, don't be afraid that it's not for you, losing faith. Keep the faith. Hold your faith. Stay diligent. Stay committed. You can do it. You're not starting over from ground one. You starting from where you at right now with all the learning you've acquired. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Embrace that wisdom. Ace of Sword truth. Okay. Last one. Yeah, you might be thinking it's unrealistic. Here's the fear. Here's that emotion. You might be thinking that it's unrealistic. You feel that your expectations of the future are unrealistic and that you need a new vision. You think that perhaps your vision is too big and it may require a new plan. But you may need some more careful thought. Again, getting that mental clarity. Maybe you just need to think about it in a different way, right? You feel like you're setting yourself up for failure. What if I fall, right? If I go, I may fall. But if you don't go, you'll never know. That's what we heard. But our spirit got the inspiration. If you don't go, you'll never fly. You'll never fly. You'll never fly. You'll never fly. You'll settle. You'll settle. And Father say it's unrealistic for you to settle because the gift in you is so grand. So grand. Can you believe in the grandness of self, of your own gift, of what you've been ordained to serve out? Because what you serve is what you're going to eat, beloved. But first you got to believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. Is there anything else we should say, Father? Yes. Where would you like to go? Back in here. Okay. New money. New money. Boom. Father say. What else? Charity. See where you can give more of yourself. Yes. Where else? Human rights. Donating can create positive energy around you and attract more abundance. So we see that. Attract more abundance. We see new money that I called out already. And I see windfall. You're about to receive a windfall of praise, I feel. Not just money or pay raise, but I feel praise with that recognition. Ooh, recognition. Whatever you do is going to be recognized. It is. It says money is currently in a positive cycle, so be charitable where you can. You know what I mean? If you have the opportunity to be charitable, do it. I'll tell you what, testimony to Terrell. This is your girl. Look, y'all know what day it is. It's the 30th. Rent, mortgage, all that due on the 1st. You know what I mean. We, all of our abundance is still, part of it is in the spirit, okay? It is not yet in the physical. That's the way we claim it because we know we got it. It just ain't tangible at this point, okay? It's real spiritual. Anywho, we had a beloved that was like, okay, you know, I need, and this is what the need is. And it was like, God, I wish they had called me like 2 days ago because I was at a, supreme surplus. Your girl just got a mantra. I am a creditor, not a debtor. So I am making myself diligent and committed to paying down debt. So all them extra coins that go to what? Paying down debt. That's right. So I could be debt free because I need to be financially free. That's the goal. But that by the time you do all of that with them extra, because look, honestly, your budget should equal 0 at the end of the month. It really should. Your financial health says you should be balanced to zero between your obligations and your savings and investments. Your budget should equal zero. Every dollar should be allocated and planned for. Put it to use, put it to work, beloved. So we like to keep a little bit of cushion that's in our little savings that's left over, and we sent half of what we had left. It wasn't very much, but it was what we could give. Charity. Because I know that that abundance is with me. It's like what? And then I know I could call back the energy of my seed, that it will be magnified and returned unto me. So not only did I give it, that I prayed over it, that it helped meet the need, but then I called back the energy of my seed. Ashe. Charity. Giving and receiving. We saw that. It's on one of these cards. We saw giving and receiving. I thought we did. Did we put it back? Maybe. We might have. Justice is here. That's the balance. Something unexpected is here. Take action. Yes. Manifesting. You want to read all of these? No. Which ones? This. 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 This one? Or this one? This one. This. Is that it? That's it. Okay. I feel like I'm rushing the energy. Spirit was getting upset with me. Like, if you don't slow the heck down, okay? Teacher in manifesting. You've learned much about money, and it's time to put it into practice. We literally was just teaching on money, was we not? Look at that bottom one. You've learned much about money. Now it's time for you to put it in practice. Consider a career. Nope. Nope. You have the ability. Nope. You've learned much about money. Yep. Okay. Manifesting. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. So you may have an opportunity coming to you, right? But Spirit wants to remind you that you have all the tools you need to increase your income, to make your dream come true. So don't settle. Don't settle. If you haven't learned all of the lessons that I was just talking about in terms of budgeting and finance, maybe you want to, just look that up. Like setting a budget, a financial budget, and what are the best practices for that? Because oftentimes when you start a business, one of the fears, or just to pop something off, especially something that nobody has done before, the money, the capital, the resources are an issue. Like, can I raise the capital to pop this thing off? And maybe you've had campaigns in the past that just kind of didn't really go anywhere. But Father say, don't sleep on you. Is it which one? This one? This one? A halt. Like I said, something has your money locked up. Something like maybe you had campaigns in the past and it just really didn't go anywhere. It was locked up. It was held up. Money has come to a complete halt, or money is slow in coming in. Don't borrow more than you can repay, or debt might be piling up. Something with that. And that's why I think I felt the need to talk about a financial budget, and how even being charitable in times where you feel like you this in times where you feel like you don't have enough, to see what you can do in terms of charity. It opens up the gateway of giving and receiving in your life, right? It gives room, even if it's just a little bit of room. One is gratitude for what you do have. Two is willing to share the little bit that you have, so you see yourself abundant. I still have enough to give, to share, right? To be a help onto others. And when you give that out, like I said, serving it up to the Father and offering it out to help onto your brethren, the Father will give it back onto you, and it will be magnified. You will be getting something like an overflow. I feel overflow. Which one? This one. All right. Be a good sport. If you're, which one? Improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaborations. This bottom one, Father said. Maybe it's a team of people for you to come together with. Like I said, even if you need to like get a financial coach, like somebody that knows how to generate revenue, who knows how to generate capital, right? Who can show you how to do that. Again, that was that halt. Money being tied up in the past or currently, feeling like you don't have what you need. But if you get underway and you find a way to make it happen, you don't give up, recognition for your efforts is here. You will eat. You will. You will eat. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown, because you are called to be independent with this thing. And we've been pulling big boss energy. And that's just the truth, beloved. That is just the truth. I've been feeling big boss energy, big boss energy. There's some things that you do need to learn, right? Even though you've learned about money, it's time for you to put what you've learned into practice, right? So either you know enough or there's still other things that you need to learn. And I feel like having a teacher or working with somebody in terms of money would still be beneficial for you. Know that good fortune is coming. An opportunity for you to showcase your talent will be manifesting soon. Maybe I feel like Shark Tank or something like that. Maybe you like one of them people that got one of them new things and it's not something that's out there in the marketplace, and you are looking for investors to help you bring this thing together, that collaboration, like that group, that team effort. And why couldn't you be on Shark Tank? Why could it not be you? All of them people did the same thing and they got up there. Why would you not be a part of that crew? That'd be like, I was on Shark Tank season 52. Like, I don't know what season they on. I'm just saying. Don't settle. You think that what you're looking at is unrealistic, but it's not. That's the fear. Fathers say you have the ability to mend what needs to be mended. It might have been broken or locked up in the past, but all is not lost. It's not. All is not lost. Comfort is here. Whatever you're working on, gonna lead you to some money. Okay? And you might want to go ahead and start working on that legal paperwork. SS corporations, LLCs. I don't hear no DBAs and no sole proprietorships. I hear corporation, LLCs. Okay? Big boss energy. Why did I do that? How did that happen? Ooh, that don't go together. Not at all. Make sure you pay attention to the details. Is there something else in here you want? Embrace the unknown. Father say embrace the unknown. You might not know that you're going to be a CEO, big boss, big business, big boss, big things. Father say have faith. Beat back your fear with faith. Equal measure. Believe on you more than what's coming against you. Believe on the Father. Believe on the source. So whoever you pray to, believe on that more than what's coming against you. And know that, yes, fear and anxiety and all of that stuff comes from the Father too. They come to show you you. Some of it is just simply to protect you. Yeah. So that you don't run out there in the forest and try to pet lions. Because that wouldn't be a very good thing. It would not. I'm just saying. That's to protect you. But can you discern? Is it something protecting me from ruin? Or is it something that I'm holding myself back from doing? Discernment. Either way, it makes you take a closer look at you. To the next now. We love you just like we love the source and the infinite intelligence, wisdom that works in certainty and uncertainty, that principle thing. And we love the breath of life, the breath. Use it to meditate. Calm yourself so that you can see divine clarity. That way you'll know what it is that you need. Collaborations, new teams, LLCs. Wink, wink. Yeah. That's all we got. To the next now, y'all. Ashe. Mwah.